Wednesday, everybody. Happy early Christmas. Now, Hanukkah's is coming to an ended. And we got a couple, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, and whatever other holidays there may be that I'm forgetting. So, happy whatever it is that you celebrate. May you be blessed. What else can I tell you? Glad to be here, as always. You know, started this year. Got into it because of my injury. Can't really do a whole lot else, but I enjoy doing this, whether it's for my own personal, but pretty much is for my own personal satisfaction. Yeah, it's therapeutic. I like it. I enjoy it. Whether I'm talking about sports cars, sports, hobby, collecting, random other stuff, but whatever. I enjoy it. It's good. So last week we did a lot better. We got 12 wins out of the 16 potential wins. This week we got 16 games. Are we going to get 12 winners? I don't know. Some tough games coming up this week to call. So we'll see how well we do. We can go over last week, but as I'm sure you remember, depending on who your squad is, it was an interesting week. You're a Broncos fan, and you're like, oh, shit. But you know, it happens. If you're an Eagles fan, you're like, fuck. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand. I totally understand. Um, but every week it brings something new. It's been a crazy kind of year. Like I said, between you know, there's no good way to say it, but the officiating's been shit, and that has a lot to do with the way that this season has come about and the way that it's going to be remembered. Between the amount of injuries to starting quarterbacks, to the poor play officiating on the referee side, you know, then you got your stuff in between. Me, no, I'm a Chiefs guy, so you know, I'm just I'm not concerned because though things may not be as great as they've been in other years with Mahomes under center, they're not bad. They could be a whole lot worse. I guarantee you. We got 3 games just like everybody else left, and then that's when shit gets real and shit gets serious. But in the meantime, it's been a fun season anyway it goes, even though it's had its fair share of issues. NBA, I've been watching NBA. I love NBA. Love NBA more than I love football. So I can't wait to talk about that more. Hopefully get some people on here. Maybe, get a little bit of back and forth between some folks. I've been, here's one thing I've been saying. I've been telling you guys, don't buy new product as far as cards go. I got people, whether or not they subscribe, listen to me, or whatever, talking about the same thing. It might just be coincidence, but that's fine. You want to get on my channel, where I comment on one of your shows that I might be able to watch and fill in some time in my day, whatever. But then you don't want to, like I said, I'm not asking to come on anybody's stuff, nor am I asking you to come on mine, though I'd love to have somebody to bounce something back and forth off of. But, like I said, it's kind of like a good old boy never when it comes to this, what I do, what I want to do, what I enjoy doing, talking sports, sports cards, old school, new school, you know. But I could just babble to myself all day. But to have somebody throw things back and forth with, kind of like the infamous Sideways Frank Rizzo episode, that was good. It was fun. It was good. But either way, consistency is what I've been about. Making sure I'm here every week, putting out live content. You can call it fresh, you can call it new. We're all talking about the same thing if we're in this genre, so it's not like I'm the only one. There's 100,000 other guys doing the same type of thing, but not like me, because there's only one Max, baby. It's one of me. It's one of me. But yeah, I used to shout out a lot to these other channels. I still give love to the local sports card shop here down in Olathe, Kansas. Unopened Pac-Man on North Lindenwood. Check them out. They're on eBay. They're on Facebook. Unopened Pac-Man. Yeah. Southern Sports Card Store. I'll show you love. I'll show my boys down there at Sports Card Nonsense. Like Giovanni, Jesse Rose Gibson. You know, those boys, that group. I love them. Can't say enough good things about them. You know, Sports Card Dad, Dan from Down Under. You know, and, you know, Hobby Hotlines, Men's Clear, Sports Talk Radio, Chase Cardboard, with Steve, J-Mac, all the other guys. You know, still, here I am. Not saying nothing bad about nobody, not even Jeff Wilson or Gary Vee. Whatever they got going on, whatever all these other guys talking about doesn't concern me. Doesn't make me any difference because I'm going to still do what I got and want to do. So I keep collecting fun by collecting the way I want. I encourage you to not buy new product because right now it's just it's a money grab on the part of the manufacturers, and you know whether it's Fanatics Tops or Panini, you know they're not putting out the quality of product for the price that they want you to buy and pay for it. It's just not there at all. And then you want to get creative and implement Tom Brady into tops and baseball for a team that doesn't exist anymore, technically, in Washington now. But I mean, I don't understand it. You know, you want to. It's the thing about collecting it, and maybe not so much in the 80s, but more so in the 90s. In the 80s, there weren't so much as inserts, but you had your stickers. You know, you were collecting basketball. That's what I like basketball. But baseball's always had their shit. Baseball's not my thing, even though I got more than enough baseball. But I don't go out of my way for basketball, or baseball, sorry. But for basketball, football, yeah, that's where I like to do it. That's where I collect. And then as far as watching sports, I can watch all the above, but I enjoy basketball and football the most. I do. Yeah. And tonight show it's sponsored by Beard. As you can see, it's starting to fill in a little bit. Get a wisdom beard here, a little bit of be gray and long. I look like a white James Harden with sense. That's funny to me. Sorry. Anyway, let's look at see what we got going on and see who we are picking. It's gonna be good because we got football tomorrow night, Thursday night, basketball every night. We can talk about basketball all night long. Like I said, when we start on basketball, we're not gonna stop, but we'll get more into that as we get less into football. And when I say less into football, is weeds down and we only got X amount of teams to talk about, playoff wise, etc. Clearly, we're going to pivot towards basketball. And if anybody else cares to talk about anything else, we can always do that too. I'm pretty user friendly, and I enjoy talking. You enjoy me talking too. So, without any further to do, let us start with the first game of the week. Going to be tomorrow night. We got the Saints going into Los Angeles to face the Rams, who have been red hot. I wouldn't say red. Maybe red hot's a bit of an exaggeration, but they've been looking really good for the last 4 or 5 weeks, and I think they're going to continue to look good. Not taking anything away from the Saints. They seem to be getting things together and looking good. But I think at the end of the day, the Rams, who average over 28 points a game on offense, are not going to be able to, are going to be able to overcome the Saints, which can't seem to score consistently on the offense in order to match that. And defense-wise, New Orleans definitely has the upper hand on the defense as far as how well they've been playing, but there has been improvement on the side of Los Angeles and the Rams as far as how they've been doing. They don't have anywhere near as good a defense, but they've got a defense that's good enough to get them to win. So we're going Rams. Next, we got the Bengals and the Steelers. Listen, I'm not telling you that Jake Browning's the next superstar or that, he's some kind of prodigy or anything like that, but he's been playing good football. He's been playing smart football, doing the right thing with the ball. And, I don't expect that to change any. Not even when he comes in here next week to play against the Chiefs. He seems to have a pretty good head on his shoulders and knows what he's doing and can read the defense. So Browning, I have faith in him. And they're playing the Steelers, which I love the Steelers. Don't like what there's not a QB on that squad that's going to be able to do anything. If Kenny Pickett, a lot of people like to knock Kenny Pickett, but you know what? Kenny Pickett gives you your best shot at winning. Unfortunately, he's not going to be playing. And whether or not it's Trubisky, which I hope Mike Tomlin has now realized that is not the guy you want to start as your backup, put Mason Rudolph in there, and you might have a shot of at least being competitive. But as much as it pains me, we're going to go with the Bengals. Next, we got the Bills going into Los Angeles. Now, this is on Saturday. So when I say we had that game on Thursday, Rams and Saints in Los Angeles, they've got enough time to fix and change the field around. So now we got the game against the Bills and the Chargers. I'm going with the Bills. They're going to win. That's it. That's all I can tell you. They're going to win. Next, Commanders and Jets. As difficult as a game as this was to try and predict, whether I look at it analytically, statistically, anywhere like that, just look at it objectively without looking at any of these games subjectively. I went with the Commanders to beat them out. So I got the Commanders beating the Jets in the Meadowlands or in MetLife Stadium, whatever the hell you want to call it. Then we got the Lions against the Vikings in U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, St. Paul, Minneapolis. I have no faith whatsoever in Nick Mullins. And Dobbs has been very streaky at best. So I'm going with the Lions. And for good reason. They've been playing the Lions have been playing Super Bowl grade football, but they're going to beat out the Vikings because they have a better team and they have a better quarterback. And that's just the facts. So we're going with Detroit. Next, we got the Browns and the Texans going at it, and that's going to be on Sunday. And this is another tough one. I think that we're going to use a little more caution. Not we, but the Texans will use a little more caution when having Stroud out there. So in turn, what I believe is the Browns are going to pull out a victory. I think Flacco's going to help them do it. I believe it, and I'm sticking to it. So we got the Browns beating the Texans in Houston. Next, we got the Packers going to Carolina, face the lonely Panthers, who I believe had enough fans in the stands last week to maybe fill a short bus. But we're going to go ahead and take our chances and take the Packers over the Panthers with 2 wins now. Next, we got the Seahawks going down into Tennessee and going up against the Seahawks. It hurts me to do this. Whether or not Geno Smith's going to be in or out, I don't know. Going with Drew Lock, and I saw him the other night. Looked great. Can't believe I'm saying it, but we're going to go. We're going to go with the Seahawks against the Titans and take them out. Next, we got the Colts and the Falcons. Dirty Birds at home against the Colts. If you haven't seen Desmond Ritter play by now, I'll tell you that he's not. He's got a lot of room for development, a lot of room for improvement. So take that for what you want. Colts against the Falcons. Gonna take the Colts. Next, the Jaguars against the Bucks. Battle of the fucking Sunshine State. But as much as this pains me, also I'm gonna have to take the Bucks as well as they've been playing. Especially Baker Mayfield here as of late with his wide receivers and being in sync, and the loss of Christian Kirk on the other side for the Jaguars, and just sloppy play and poor play management is going to have me say that the Bucks are going to win this one, baby. Next, we got the Cowboys and the Dolphins. Dallas going to Miami after they were a little bit. Is embarrassed the right word by the Bills? Maybe it was embarrassed. We'll call it embarrassed. Embarrassed sounds fair. Yeah, they got embarrassed. Yeah. I think that they can rebound against the Dolphins. I think the defense is stout enough to where they can get a win down in Miami and steal a game. I think they can. I'm just being honest with you. I think Tyreek may once again still not be in, might not be playing. It's going to be a lot easier for that defense to manage against Waddle than it is against Tyreek and Waddle. So we'll see what happens. Tua's doing great this year, been doing a great job all the way around. Mike McDaniel's hell of a coach, and Mike McCarthy on the other side, he's got experience. So I think it'll be a good game all the same, and I'm looking forward to watching it. But I'll take the Cowboys to beat the Dolphins. Next, we got the Cardinals going down. We're heading out to the Midwest to face the Bears. Soldier Field. That one's also on Sunday afternoon game. I don't believe I picked the Bears very often, if at all, this year. But I'm picking them this week to beat the Cardinals. They've impressed me offensively for the last few weeks, and barring some mistakes and a few minor things that could have been cleaned up, they could have possibly pulled out some more wins. But even like last week, that was a good game, but they came up short. Sitting on the ground, can't catch a ball. Shit, my kids can catch a ball. When they were babies, I'd throw shit at them. They catch it all the time, but it's all good. It's all good, by honest. So we're going to take the Bears against the Cardinals. Next, I got the Broncos, and they are going to be playing the Patriots. Patriots are going to be going up to Mile High or coming out west to Mile High to play Russell Wilson and the Broncos, who have still a shot at the playoffs somehow. I think the Broncos will take it. As much as I hate to say it, I believe the Broncos got this one. I got Chiefs and Raiders here at Arrowhead. Raider week. Love both teams, my two favorite teams. So it's always a win for me regardless. It's a bittersweet. I hate it. But the Chiefs are going to win. Then that's on Monday, so that's Christmas. And Merry Christmas. We got Eagles going back home and the visiting Giants. Tommy DeVito magic, huh? This. I don't know if it's going to be enough to beat the Eagles, so I'm taking the Eagles on that one. Then the nightcap, good game. Looking forward to it. I think it's going to be probably the best one of the week. We got the Ravens going to San Fran to play the 49ers. A rematch of the Super Bowl back in 2012, if you remember that one, where half the lights went out. To maybe allow them, let the team to regroup and get the shit together. But nobody ever knows. Who knows? But I got the Niners beating the Ravens, and I think that not only will they beat the Ravens, they will beat the piss out of the Ravens. I think at the end of this week, the Chiefs will be back in second place, and in the playoff hunt, if I'm not mistaken and I'm doing my mathematicals correctly, we will be evened up if everything turns out the way I envision it. And if it doesn't, it's okay too. We're not going to get any less than a third seed. It's not going to happen. But I still think that second seed's definitely going to happen without a doubt. If not this week, the next week for sure. In first place, I can't guarantee it, but I think there's a real good shot that we still get that first place seed. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. You know, I was going to talk about some more stuff, but I've got, I'll wait. I got some other things going on, some other things to get to. Otherwise, I'd spend some more time we could politic with myself, as no one else is watching yet, but hopefully somebody will. But anyway, I wish you guys the best. Happy early Christmas, and yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon, next week, if not earlier. Be good, stay healthy, stay safe out there, watch out for all these knuckleheads doing crazy shit. All right, stay on your toes. Love you. Peace.